Are you guys ready for the craziest, the wildest, the wettest water park in a post-apocalyptic setting theme park that I have ever seen? This is going to be one nutty episode, so make sure you buckle up and let's check it out. Hey yo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another episode of Park Spotlight. Today we're looking at Waterworks, created by Julie the Unruly. Love the name, so much fun. She is a non-registered builder, but a bronze patron. Thank you so much for your support, Julie the Unruly. Make sure to join Discord, fill out that registration form so we can get you ranked as a builder. And if you're not in Discord, that means you're missing out on the Patreon VIP Lounge. Anybody who supports the show through YouTube, Twitch, or Patreon all gets access to the VIP Lounge as well as the VIP monthly videos. Want to give an additional shout out to all the other patrons. You can see the list here if you guys want to get your name added to this list as well as the list at the end of the video. All you got to do is join the Patreon program. Links are down in the description below. And with that aside, what does Julie the Unruly say about their creation? The year is 2153, 40 years after global apocalypse. Our band of ragtag explorers discovered the derelict hydroelectric power station and see before you. Discover the derelict hydroelectric power station that you see before you. It was in a rough shape when they found it, but over time, we got the system working again. And now we can supply electricity to all the towns in our region. For the first time in nearly half a century, the lights are back on. It's given the people hope and humanity might be able to make a comeback after all. We also managed to build some spiffy rides out of leftover materials. Who says you can't save the world and have a little fun doing it at the same time? All right, this sounds awesome. As you guys can see from the B-roll here, it's very, very interesting. A water park, post-apocalyptic, at night or dusk. It looks just so gnarly. This is going to be a fun episode, so let's get right on into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Fun little fact, if we look at this from a bird's eye view, I usually don't do this to the end, but I think it's a good discussion point. It looks like it fits the exact 40 by 40 contest blueprint from last year. Julie did not mention anything about this in the submission, but I'm going to just assume that she didn't finish in time or was inspired to do her own mini park with the same parameters. Now it is set to dawn default. Water is usually best viewed at day in this game, and I am curious to see how this looks at daytime. So you can see a lot more of the vibrance, and it does look really fun both at day and night. But because it was set to night by default, I think we should kind of do it at night. But I just wanted to take a peek at everything here. We didn't get any B-roll or cinematics at the daytime, but this is looking quite crazy, I must say. I gotta mention, note to Julie, the Unruly, as well as all the other viewers, you are lucky that you are a patron because this submission actually would have been deleted. Why, you ask? Because there's no screenshots. The only thing I saw in the screenshot was this. That is the default upload. We have a rule in the submission form that says if you do not submit screenshots to let us look at your park better, it'll go in the bin and you can resubmit it in the future. Kind of the thought process behind that is if you can't spend 5 minutes on your screenshots, it lets us know that you spend less than 5 minutes designing your park. If you guys spend all this time building your parks, it doesn't take that long to take a couple pictures of it. If you're proud of your work, showcase your work. If you're not proud of your work, no screenshots is telling us that. We simply do not have the time to download every single creation and open them up and find out for ourselves. So just a note to everybody that that is the process. Read the rules when you submit a creation. Now Julie gets a free pass here because she's a patron. I'm going to open it up and take a look no matter what, because that is one of the bonuses for becoming a patron, is that I do always look at your submissions and try to get them out to the audience. So I opened it up, I liked what I saw, and here we are today. But yeah, guys, take pictures. If you're proud of your work, showcase that. Just a little heads up for anyone that's like submitted something going, hey Johnny, you never featured my stuff. Did you forget to take screenshots? And if you are one of those persons, take the screenshots and resubmit it. Splashdown entrance. So this park is full of water rides, and it looks like a pathing nightmare. There's just wiggly paths everywhere. It's quite crazy. I usually don't like a bunch of floating paths everywhere, but I think it works here. It's just that crazy. It works. I want to actually go on this drop tower here. Look at all that pathing. It's just wacky. Okay. Oh. I was getting impatient and we missed the drop. But as it shoots up, it looks like there's a water that shoots up with it. You get wet on this ride. Which is why it's very curious that you chose nighttime. Because you can't see the water very well at nighttime. And you guys, this park is a nightmare to explore because of all the path work. We're going to do our best here today. That's a park exit. Could you tell that that's a park exit? Oh, it's so crazy. Pump station. Like, I can't tell. I literally could be walking down the same thing I just went up, and I wouldn't even be able to tell the difference. I could have sworn we... Nope. Nope. Here we go. It's a boat ride. A boat ride armada. Oh, no. It's a transfer ride. Never mind. My bad. With a traffic jam. What's going on here? Burp, burp. Burp, burp, burp. Why are the boats out of whack? Alright. Let's see what this boat ride has to offer. Look how cool these perspectives are, though. This wacky lighting, just levels and levels of crazy floating paths and coaster track. This is just nuts. This is really... It's so messy that it's like it's how do you say it? It's organized chaos or unorganized chaos. Either way, it's chaotic. And normally I would be like, I think you need to improve on your path more. But it's so intentional, it's so deliberate that I kind of like it. It's just that crazy. And I'm a little crazy. I got a little crazy in me myself, so I can embrace this. This is really quite something different. All the rides appear to be water rides, and I've actually been asking for that, so I guess I kind of got what I asked for a little bit, didn't I? I've been saying somebody needs to do like an all water ride park using the boat ride armada, the transfer ride, the log flume, river rapids, water coaster cascade. I think there's about 5 different water rides that you could do in Planet Coaster, and then you can also, you know, you can do a water show, you can do flat rides that you get wet on. There's all sorts of kind of crazy stuff. The proportions, like, people aren't going to make it under here. There's some little things that are off about this. I think, yeah, if the coaster comes by, they're going to lose their heads, literally. But that's quite okay, I guess. We're embracing the crazy today. Julie is definitely unruly. She doesn't go by the rules. She plays her own way. And I'm a fan. This is really quite something different. What is that? Let's go find out. Staff only. Yeah, this is quite perplexing. Crew only. What's the crew doing down there? They got a little box. Look at this wacky pathwork. It creates for some really interesting compositions, though, doesn't it? Everywhere you look, you're like, oh, that's pretty incredible. It does. It's impressive. Thanks. You should put Johnny on the other one. Wow. Copy. What are these? Air conditioning units? Well, data dump, if that's what you call it. What the heck? I like the toxic barrels in the trees. This is really cute, Julie. All right, we got a ride. Surge. Here we go. Wow, what is this queue? Are you out of your mind? That would be the log flume. Choppers Creek. What are the results on this guy? Oh, it's actually a lot shorter in duration than I thought it would be. 1 meter's the biggest drop? Are you kidding me? But how is that even possible when it goes up that high? It just eases us down slowly? Where am I? What is happening? Okay, let us go. Wow. I don't even know if I have the words to say what's going through my mind. The attention to detail is there. It's like this park is so badly good. It is so unpolishedly intricate. Like, it's an oxymoron. That's the best way to say it. Like, everything is just doesn't make sense, but it makes sense. And I don't know how to make sense of it. I'm trying to figure out, like, I like this park. And I do not dislike this park. There's so many things, like when we were on that log flume, we're going around that center, just like the little dead tree in the middle with like the body under it. Like, these are just like little personal touches that the creator puts in. And you can see their personality shine through the creation. And you see that in these crazy flat rides. The lighting is actually really well done. There's tons of complexity to the lighting. The type of the time of day is like a good choice. As we looked at it at daytime, it's just as vibrant, but the actual structure and layout of the park is a complete disaster. But it kind of fits the theme. It's a post-apocalyptic thing, and people are just trying to make do with what they have, and they just building up upon stuff on top of stuff. You know, it's like some Ready Player One craziness, and I don't know where I'm going anymore. Don't get mad at me, guys. You try to find your way to these coasters. So yeah, like, this is crazy. It's quite fun. Where's the station? Does it not have a station? Oh, there it is. Okay, let's figure out, why is there a door there? This is what I'm trying to say. Like, that is the creator's personal touch. And it just warms my heart a little bit. When you see that door there, you're like, they put that there. They knew what they were doing when they did that. It's so random, but it's so precise. This is like the oxymoron of parks. But then there's just stuff that it's like, come on. You could have avoided that. But I guess you get a pass for being so adorable, right? You get the pass. So this is the actual entrance. Yeah. Right as they're like getting on too. Like, if you would have made it so that people get on here, you wouldn't have had that problem. And you could do that with these rides. Anyways, this is the Cascade Coaster. It's called the Plunge. Get ready to take a plunge. We're gonna sit just like this. Let's go, people. They really gotta pee? Go ahead and pee in the pool. Nobody will mind. It's wasteland after all. Okay, there it is. I gotta say, there's certain things where this is really fun, but this is not fun. I really wish you could try to, I understand how crazy this is and how hard that would be to work around, but those are the kinds of things you just kind of, if those weren't there, I couldn't really knock anything. Like, the craziness is so crazy, but then there's also flaws, and I just wish those flaws were ironed out, because then this would be kind of like the most flawed, flawless creation. I guess it is right now. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's just, there's attention to detail everywhere, but then there's also, like, the lack of not caring, right? Or the lack of caring, in certain areas. That I wish, if that wasn't a case, people getting smashed by coasters and things crashing through, that I think that this would be so perplexingly proper. And you're almost there. You're just lacking the, you know, the QA, the quality assurance. Everybody's dying here. Being a post-apocalyptic park, I guess it's kind of understandable, but yeah, I wish it just had that last little bit of polish where things were a little, like, tested and adjusted to fit properly, because while none of this makes sense, it all comes together as this really cool composition. And I quite like it. You're onto something. And you can see stuff, like, on the outside. You did this this wall structure. It's actually really well done. Like, when you put effort into certain things, you do it really well. Even, like, these little shops and stuff that are really cute. The little touches here and there. It's fun. So maybe just double check things next time and try to make sure we have proper clearance on decapitating coaster moments. But yeah, that's about it. That would be my only feedback, because you can't really provide feedback other than that. I know the realism enthusiasts are losing their minds right now over these unsupported structures. Anyways, we have one more ride to go on, I believe, unless there's another one tangled in this mess. It looks as if it's stationed over here, so this would be the queue for it, and it's called the Torrent. I don't even think we're gonna make it out of the station. I don't even know how you did that. Like, usually the game gives you an error when you try to, like, put paths through coasters. I know there's the no collision option, but it doesn't always work for everything. It's impressive how you pulled that off. Anyways, this is the Torrent. We're gonna wait for one to get in here. They're just gonna bob on over. Bobbity 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 boo. And here we go. Let's fill her up. Perfect, we got the right one. First try. We're looking right at the center. Let's get these people on. Oh, they cleared! No decapitations here. Well done. You actually did lift it a little bit there too. So that's... How did you bend it like that? What in the world? How did you do that? What am I looking at here? I'm actually impressed by the insaneness of this. Anyways, I'll shut up and let you guys enjoy this ride. You know what? There's this... I don't know if it's a saying, but I have a method to my madness sometimes when I'm doing. Sometimes I say, just get messy and fix it later. Because like a lot of the times, and I struggle with this a lot, I'm a perfectionist. You might be building a building or making something and making it just so perfect. And then you're kind of struggling with how it lines up to other things or how it fits in. And then you focus and fixate on it for so long, for so much time. And then you try to work it in. And then you start like getting exhausted and losing momentum. That when you open up the project again, you're going, oh, that one little chunk took me so long. I'm never going to finish anything. And then you get discouraged and you lose the sight of the project and you kind of move on and get bored. And sometimes the solution to that is to work messy and fix it later. Block things in, get it down, just throw things in. Try to get the composition the way you like it and then let it all come together later. Get a little bit messy. I guess there's an actual saying, you gotta break a few eggs to make an omelet or something. So just get in there, break some eggs, and whip up the omelet. And this is what Julia Unruly has done in an unruly way. She's gotten messy to fix it later, but just didn't fix it later. And this is the result. And I quite like it. It's like the works of a mad woman. It's quite unruly. But at the same time, and I mean this in the nicest way possible, right? I'm not trying to be mean or anything. There's also some really cute artistic polishes on things between all the chaos. Like as we're going past this little building on the river rapids, I couldn't help but adore how nice this build was. It just looks great. And the way it's like nestled in there, and then you get the cage behind it with the mountain. These are actually like really artistically well done compositions. And it's a little bit of a shame that the path, like I'm wondering if you tried to clean it up a little bit and made it like more functional, if it would have been as fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's because it's so chaotic that it makes it so good. You guys know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm really curious to see what Julie Unruly does next. That's all I have to say. I do think you can put a little bit of tender loving care into certain aspects where people are getting murdered. Other than that, I'm a fan of what you've done here. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty wild. It's different. Definitely something we've never seen before, so it makes it original. And there you go. There have been submissions that I've seen in the past where we just see squiggly paths and floating coasters and barren stuff with nothing in between, and I go, I'm not featuring that. You know, it's has to be to a certain quality. Well, this has aspects of that craziness. It's done in a way where it's all filled up and created into some sort of crazy, chaotic, artistic quality. And I find this more than passable. I could be wrong. What did you guys think? Leave your comments down below. Did you enjoy the nuttiness of this? Even though it lacks polish in certain areas, did you have a good time? Because when I opened it up, I was honestly like, wow, this looks really cool. I'm going to feature this. It's awesome. So I do think some areas could be improved, but I also come to accept it the way it is. So my question to you, Julia Unruly, what is your what do you do next? What's your next thing? Because we've seen the chaotic, unorganized chaos. What does clean and realistic look like from Julia Unruly? Because we see that you're capable of doing really detailed, cute builds. What does that look like in a non-post-apocalyptic setting where everything's stacked on top of each other with crazy fantasy-style pathing and nuttiness? Even your entrance sign looks very compelling. So that just leaves the question of what does she do next? And it has me curious, and it has me wanting more. So keep it up, Julie. Make sure to join Discord and register as a builder, because you're currently unranked. I want to see you in Discord and see what you do next. Really great stuff. That was a fun episode, you guys. I had a ton of fun with it. What did you think? Leave your comments down below. One shout out to Julia again. Thank you for supporting the show through the Patreon program. If you guys want to support the show, check out the links down below. You'll get your name in the credits. You'll get the VIP videos. You'll get the VIP access in Discord, and you'll get priority spotlight. Trying to give out as much as we can to our patrons to give back as you guys help keep the show alive, and it's truly appreciated. So thank you guys all so much. And that is going to do it for me in today's episode of Park Spotlight, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.